My last 5-6 years, I did everything legally. Where I would go to the pharmacy and take these blood tests, and they would write prescriptions for everything that we took.
Hi folks, it's Uranus from Brussels. Welcome to another video. Today we're talking about a recent podcast between the legend Ronnie Coleman himself and Don't Be Sour. Now he was on the show talking about his bodybuilding days, and it was a really interesting episode. A lot of things to learn about Ronnie Coleman himself. But when they talked about his steroids abuse in the past, that's where things get really interesting in a bad way. Let's get to it. So Ronnie Coleman is a legend of the sport. Everybody in the bodybuilding world knows about this guy. He was the biggest and arguably the best bodybuilder in the world. He was Mr. Olympia from 1998 to 2005. Now, according to Ronnie Coleman himself, he had some problems with the DEA, and during his prime years, like in 2002, he was getting all of his steroids legally. Let's watch the fragment of the podcast together to understand more.
When I was taking things, I would go to the pharmacy, because DEA came in and brought us all up and tried to, I don't know what they're trying to do with trying to charge us, but they came in and they brought us all before grand juries and made us
When
testify.
is this?
This was like 2002, somewhere in there.
So not crazy long ago. I mean,
not too long ago. So we had to, at least I did. We had to go get our stuff legally done. We would go to these pharmacies, and they would take your blood, and because we were a certain age, you could take testosterone. So my last 5-6 years, I did everything legally. Where I would go to the pharmacy and take these blood tests, and they would write prescriptions for everything that we took. So I don't know. I don't think you could do that at 19 though.
No.
So you're telling me that Ronnie Coleman, arguably the greatest bodybuilder of all time, in his prime was getting all of his steroids with a prescription legally at an HRT clinic? I mean, are we really supposed to believe this right now? To put things in perspective, Derek from moreplatesmoredates.com made an analysis of one of Ronnie Coleman's steroid cycles in his prime. Derek knows what the hell he's talking about. He has 1.3 million followers on YouTube, and it's actually his job to do these kinds of things. So the sample of the cycle includes the following. So we have Testex injections 3 times per week. We have Primobolan injections 3 times per week. We have Nandrolone or Deca. We got another form of testosterone hyptilate. We have Primobolan, Dianabol and Anadrol tablets, roughly 100 milligrams per day, human growth hormone and insulin. All of them at dosages that would actually kill a real elephant, I mean, on testosterone alone, we have about 1.5 grams of testosterone. That's just about more than 10 times the normal hormonal replacement therapy amount that somebody would get in an HRT clinic. I mean, what kind of HRT clinic would actually prescribe this to somebody? HRT clinics are supposed to be there to help people that have insufficient hormonal productions get back to normal. You want to replicate your normal hormonal production. Now, I know doctors that don't have any problems prescribing a little bit more testosterone to people on HRT, but HRT clinics that deliver Primobolan, Dianabol or Anadrol, to me, that's just freaking fantasy. You're telling me the guy had problems with the DEA. He had to testify in front of a grand jury, and then he just got a legal prescription that includes 1.5 grams of testosterone per week on top of all the rest that the guy was actually taking, but just a little blood test was required, right? It's all just one big lie, and I don't understand why there isn't more transparency in this sport. Everybody knows these guys are injecting themselves with huge amount of steroids that were probably made illegally and acquired illegally. It's just the way this sport has become. become, and the lying, the contradiction and the controversies need to stop. What do you guys think? Coleman was the biggest bodybuilder in the world. Was he getting all his juice legally? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe to my channel if you want to support me. Catch you on the next one. Uranus out.